Are you totally over pouring your time and money into lead generation ads that don't bring you a direct return? In the next couple minutes, I'm exposing the single biggest mistake that keeps so many female coaches and course creators from unlocking their full ad potential. I'm Genevieve Rachal. I'm a Facebook and Instagram ad coach who's spent the last 8 years helping coaches and course creators master digital marketing strategies that provide more time freedom, greater work-life balance, and increased income possibilities. And today, I'm going to show you the #1 lead generation ad mistake that's causing you to lose money. If you've ran any type of lead generation ad, you're familiar with the process. Usually, there's an ad that shows up on Facebook or Instagram, and when your potential lead clicks it, they're going to head over to your funnel and enter their name and their email address. Now, once they hit that submit button, they're taken to a thank you page that says, "Hey, thanks, don't forget to check your spam box, your cool thing's on its way." And this is where one of the most common oversights happen inside of lead generation funnels. Now, it's not using that thank you page for anything more than just saying thank you. Your cool shit's on its way, right? That's what we all do, is we set that up and we're like, cool, make sure to check spam because it could have went there. Make sure you whitelist our emails. And then that's kind of the end. The key here is really to stop seeing your lead magnet thank you page as this endpoint and shifting it into viewing it as a stepping stone in the relationship building process. So many people wait until that first email arrives in the inbox, but you can start building relationships right here on the thank you page. There are a lot of ways that you can actually engage further with your new leads at this stage to accelerate that like, know, and trust process further that they need to go through in order to become paying customers and raving fans. So today I'm going to share with you a few of my favorite thank you page changes that you can implement right away that's going to boost your return on ad spend, because you don't actually have to wait until your email nurture sequence to start nurturing and building relationships with your new subscribers or even asking them to buy from you. So #1 is to invite them to your free community or your Facebook group. If you have a place where you are, you have a community that you're growing and you show up and you give value there, you can invite them right away. This is the perfect chance to build that community further. You can do a quick blurb about the amazing value of joining that community, and then you can have a direct call to action for them to request direct access. So you can just put a link right there, to come join the community. Like any additional option that you have on your thank you page, only a fraction of people are going to take this next step with you, but this is a way that you can give them another free resource, and you'll probably have a high percentage of people that actually send a join request if it's something like this, like a free community or a free Facebook group. This is a really excellent way to grow that group for free with the right people, right? You're not just adding random people. You're not relying on it to randomly be, found in Facebook or just people to randomly join. So this actually gives you a little bit of control because you're actually pushing a larger amount of traffic straight into that group. Now, #2, expand your reach by encouraging them to follow you on whatever active social media platform you're on. If you have a place where you're showing up regularly, or even if you have a YouTube channel where you regularly publish content, you can leave a link to whatever that is and tell them, hey, this is where I share some of my best content, so come give me a follow. This really works great for Instagram. Again, it can be applied to any organic social place where you want to show up consistently and you want to grow your following. So make sure that this is where you are consistently publishing content, because you don't want to send them place where you're not really active at. #3, you can ask them to message you. This is not used as much, but it's a really great strategy if you want to initiate direct conversations that feel personal and genuine. And you can also turn leads into really engaged community members because you have actual conversations with these people. Again, I would make sure this leads to a platform where you're going to be checking in, where you're active. So you're checking your message regularly. So mostly it's going to be Instagram messages or Facebook messages for most people. Make sure that you like to talk to people if you choose this. I don't think most people who don't want to be in their DMs would do this, but if that's something that you enjoy, this is kind of a little bit of a direction that you could take to have more personal conversations with your ideal people. Now, last but certainly not least is my personal favorite, and that is a tripwire offer. So a tripwire is an offer that you put on your thank you page. It's usually a one-time offer, and it's aligned with your freebie, and typically it's aligned in some way with your signature program or your signature offer. And whenever you have it really lined up to where it makes sense, it's kind of a no-brainer for that person who downloaded the free thing to take this next little step that's going to get them there faster and download that tripwire. Most of the time, these are really low cost. $27 is a really good price. When you have this on your thank you page, you can see immediately a return on your investment on your paid ads. In a lot of cases, if you have a really great offer, it's not only just going to pay for your ads, but you'll see a profit on that back end. Now, what you do with your dollars is your business, but I always recommend, if you have a profit from these little tripwire low cost offers, reinvest this profit back into your ads and you can actually scale faster. This is actually the exact strategy that I helped one of my agency clients implement. It allowed us to start making sales every single day in her business and finally create consistent income. So we actually had 2 months in a row here where we're actually making sales pretty much every single day. There are a few higher days where, she sold other types of offers, but most of the days it was just money coming in from her tripwire offers where, small ticket. Again, most tripwires are under $50. I would recommend you start off low. You can always slowly raise your rate, but make sure that this is a one-time offer. This is not something that, if they go on your website, they're going to be able to buy this for the same price. Make sure that it's limited to, they're only going to be able to get it now for a very small amount of time. All right, I hope you'll take action by implementing one of these ideas to up-level your ads and start getting a huge return on your lead generation ad spend. If you like what I shared today, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the strategies that can make your digital marketing journey smoother and more profitable. And then head over, check out my video that's going to walk you through the simple steps you need to take if you want to grow an email list that's going to pay you daily.